useful, entertaining, or valuable, please consider supporting the channel and subscribing. I structure this in such a way that it'll complement anybody playing along to the album. And so this is the floor unit, but I kept the HX Stomp community in mind because I think most people have that. Now I don't have one, so I don't know what I can get away with. But here's the chain: if my preset doesn't work for you, or if you don't want to miss out on all the extra things, then please, take a screenshot and make it your own. Now, if you want the exact sound you just heard, you need an X2N pickup or some other high gain, maybe a super distortion or a badass Seymour Duncan. If you have a Fishman or an active, you might want to turn off the drive pedal. I was also going to talk about how I settled with this sound, but the video would be too long because it took me a long time to figure this out. But just know that I do have the hardware that Chuck used, which was the valve state. And we can get into these specifics later. But this tone is based off of the tone that I found on that. So it's there. And last thing, before I get into it, if you don't have enough volume, raising the volume is not going to help you. This basically has no mids. The mids are scooped immensely. So if you can't hear yourself, you have to turn up the mids. Raising the volume is not going to help out too much. So as you can tell, it's a mess. There's a lot going on in here. The way I have it set up is half of it is snap. Oh, there it goes. Half of it is snap, and the other half is the stomp. And there's a reason for that. But before I talk about that, I'm going to show you the snapshots, and there are 8 of them, so I need to get to that right quick. So the first one is Chuck, and you're gonna stay on that one for the most part, and it sounds like this. So there's that. Now the second one is his live tone, which is basically the same thing as the first one, except it removes the noise gates and some of the post EQ going on. So here's the difference. So it's more alive. It's really nasty, especially if you raise the volume. There's a hell of a lot of feedback, and that's how we played live. His noise gate was controlling the volume knob, so. There's another one here, the last one, called Evil Chuck. It's like the first one, but it has the chorus. So if you want to add the chorus in there, it's cool. I believe in the album there is chorus, but he also tracked 4 times, and that kind of gives the chorus effect, I think. It's there if you want it. I think it sounds pretty cool, but when you're playing along with the album, it might be a little bit too much, so you got to keep that in mind. And you have some of these are kind of like fillers, like the Judgments. That's, some people would want the. I think my hair is blocking some of the strings, but there's that, and then there's the flange. And then the last track, Perennial Quest, you got that little acoustic. And in Symbolic, there's that. A little cheesy, but you know it's there and it works. If you want it, it's there. And I almost forgot. The last one, well, the fourth one, which is the one I actually use for leads, even for Chuck's leads. It just you know it sounds amazing. There's a lot of reverb going on. Add some mids and anything else that's important with this one. Oh, there's very, very faint delay. So there's, I don't know, it sounds amazing. It makes me sound better than I actually am. So I think you guys would enjoy that. So that's it for the snaps. Let me show you how I have it set up. So if you notice down here, I have another Judgement. Oh, what am I doing? I'll go back to the regular Chuck. And then you got this delay. So there's that. Obviously you gotta, click it again to take it off, and then you also have the acoustic, but you gotta have this one on. So it's a mess. It's there. But the reason I have it like this is because that one little part in Crystal Mountain. So, oh, what the fuck is going on? You get the point. But yeah, I don't think the snapshots has a way to click and then let go. That's the reason I have it like this. Just for that little part. I think it just adds a little to the overall sound. And I don't even really use it that much. When I get to that part, I just slight touch or knock back the volume. And then just, attack it ferociously after that. And that's about it, man. It's a pretty simple patch that took a long time. This took a long time to make, and like most things that are good, they take a while, man. And I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I procrastinated way too much, but I do want to take this moment to thank the brothers at Bandless and the community in the Discord. Nick Hill and the Bun. You guys have done a lot for me. You don't even know it, but you're the wealth of information you guys provide. And if you guys were wondering if any of your hard work is paying off, trying to help others, it is. So thank you for that. And I also want to thank the metal community. Just keeping Chuck alive. That's, he died way too early. And I think that it's important to keep him immortal. I think a lot of us owe a lot to him. So, thank you. Chuck is my hero. And I hope that all of this is worthy of his legacy. His music, it means a lot to me, and playing along to it means a lot to me. So I hope this made some of you feel good, and if it did, then please consider subscribing and all that other good stuff. I want this channel to grow. I want to keep working on this, and I'm already working on Sound of Perseverance, so that one's coming. yeah, I want the channel to grow, so help me out. I also take, I'm willing to take requests. So if anybody wants, some presets, especially from like the 90s, anything to do with like Morbid Angel or Immortal, like I already work on that. But if people want that, then that would make me want to do it even more, or finally get it out there. But also, um, I I'm in a cover band. Well, I am a one man band, but if anyone in Texas is interested in doing some death covers, full album covers, let's do it. Especially if you're a drummer or a bass player and you already know the songs, just make some shit happen. But until then, let's keep metal alive. Let's spread music, not rumors. Happy birthday, Chuck.